In 1847, inside a mansion just outside New Orleans, a woman lit 13 candles made from her own blood. By dawn, her master was found screaming in his locked bedroom, clawing at walls that had no doors. What happened that night was never written in any history book until now. Her name was Céleste Robicheaux, though the plantation ledgers listed her simply as CR, Creole, age 19, house Negro, value $1,200. But Céleste was more than enslaved. She was cursed with a gift. Born to a Haitian mother and a French overseer who disowned her, Céleste carried in her veins the blood of three worlds: voodoo, Catholicism, and Choctaw root magic. Her hands, calloused, torn, and scarred, had scrubbed the marble stairs of the Devereux estate for 7 years. 400 pounds of her master's weight had crushed those same stairs daily. Drunk on bourbon and cruelty, the scent of jasmine and rot mingled in the Louisiana heat. Sweat pooled down her back as she knelt, her knees bruised purple against the cold stone. Above her, Master Armand Devereux laughed, a sound like shattered glass, as he forced her to hold his chamber pot while he relieved himself. "You're nothing," he whispered. "Less than the mud on my boots." But Céleste's eyes didn't lower. They burned. What Armand didn't know was that Céleste had been preparing for 91 days. Each new moon, she drew 1 drop of her blood, mixing it with stolen beeswax from the chapel, graveyard dirt, sulfur from the forge, and whispered prayers in 3 tongues. The other enslaved women noticed. They said nothing, but at night, in the quarters, they hummed a song with no words, a rhythm older than America, a code passed down from those who survived the Middle Passage. When Céleste braided her hair into 7 knots, the others knew. Tonight, the reckoning comes. She chose 2 allies: Jedediah, a white indentured servant from Ireland, 19, whose sister had been raped by Armand and cast out pregnant. He owed the master 4 more years. He owed Céleste his sanity. Ayanna, a Creek woman in the kitchens, who had seen her children sold downriver. She knew plants that could make a man see ghosts or forget his own name. Together, they planned a revenge rooted not in violence, but in terror. Céleste believed that if she could trap Armand's shadow, she could bend his will, turn his cruelty inward, and make him consume himself. On the night of June 13, 1847, Céleste arranged 13 blood candles in a circle on the floor of Armand's study, while he slept upstairs, drugged by Ayanna's tea. The air grew heavy. The flames didn't flicker. They pulsed like a heartbeat. Céleste chanted in Creole, her voice layering upon itself like a choir of the dead. Jedediah stood trembling at the door. Ayanna drew symbols on the walls in ash and salt. And then, the turning point. Armand woke. He stumbled down the stairs, eyes glassy, mouth frothing. He saw Céleste standing in the center of the circle, her shadow spreading across. His knees buckled. The same chair he had used to beat her 6 months before shattered beneath him. His hands clawed at the floor, nails splitting. He began to speak in a language no one recognized. Guttural, ancient, wrong. Jedediah whispered, "Mother of God." Céleste extinguished 1 candle. Armand screamed. Another candle. His eyes rolled back. One by one, she snuffed the flames. And with each, a fragment of Armand's mind unraveled. By the 13th candle, silence. But he wasn't dead. When they found him at dawn, he sat in filth, rocking back and forth, murmuring one word again and again: "Pardon, pardon, pardon." The doctors called it a stroke. The priest called it divine punishment. But the enslaved called it freedom. wrapped in madness. Armand Devereux lived 11 more years. He never walked again. He never spoke coherently. And the one assigned to care for him, to feed him, wash him, hold the chamber pot beneath him, was Céleste, across the ceiling like wings. What are you?" he gasped. Céleste smiled. "I am what you made me." Armand lunged, but his body froze mid-step. Now she stood over him. Now he knelt in his own waist. The marble stairs that once crushed her became the path she ascended daily, free in all but name. But she never fled. She stayed, until Armand died in 1858. Some say she waited for him to truly beg. Others say the ritual bound their souls together, and she could not leave until he rotted from the inside out. After his death, Céleste vanished. No sale record, no burial record, just gone. But to this day, visitors to the ruins of the Devereux plantation swear they've seen 13 candles burning in the window of the old study, though the mansion burned down in 1923. So tell me, was this justice or revenge? Did Céleste free herself or curse herself forever? And if you had the power to break your chains through ritual, madness, or myth, would you use it, knowing you might never escape the shadow you cast? Leave your thoughts below. Do you believe in the power of resistance, even when it costs your soul? And if you want more untold stories of rebellion, survival, and the supernatural forces enslaved people wielded against their oppressors, subscribe, hit the bell, and join us as we unearth the histories they tried to bury.